Hey, what's up, you guys? May not look like it, but I just filmed another video, so just a little right now. But this video is a little different because it's not going to be a book review. But for this video, I'm going to talk about my views on ebooks and regular books. If you ask anyone that knows me, they know that I like either one. I have a Kindle that I read on, and I read on it a lot. I have different books that are just regular books that I haven't read that I am going to read. And so it really doesn't matter for me. A book's a book either way for me, you know. It's still pages with words on it that can help me escape into another world, you know. It's just a book. It's the same thing. But over the course of the whole e-reader, e-book thingy, I've noticed that there's a lot of people who are hardcore readers like me who don't like ebooks at all. They just won't read on a Kindle. They won't read on a Nook. They won't read on any kind of e-reader or any kind of device that you can read an ebook on. And when I ask them why, they say, I just don't like it. It's not the same thing as feeling the cover of a book and feeling everything. But really, it's a book. It doesn't really matter. I mean, I have this book that I'm currently reading right now, Library of Souls by Ransom Riggs. And yes, I smell books, and it smells really good. But if this came on a Kindle, I probably would read it too. And it does come on a Kindle, but there are some books that are just better off reading on a regular book and books that you'd rather read on a Kindle. And I know there's a lot of people that might disagree with this. I know my sister's one of them. She doesn't like reading ebooks, and no matter how many times I'm trying to get her to read the books that I have on my Kindle, she just won't because she doesn't want to read ebooks. Does it really matter? I mean, for those of you that feel very strongly of it, I want you guys to tell me in the comment section what your reasoning is for not liking ebooks, or if you don't like regular books and you prefer ebooks, I want to know why. Just because, you know, I'm still trying to figure out why there's some people that don't like ebooks and some that don't like regular books. Now, if you're a little older and you like reading, I can get maybe the backlights of the Nooks and the Kindles. Maybe the backlights just don't agree with you, and so you'd rather not read it on there, or it's a lot harder to read the writing because the writing is kind of small. But what I like about the Kindles is the fact that you can change that option, you know. There's been times that the writing has been small for me, and I just couldn't concentrate, and I would get a headache reading it, so I would change how big the font was. And that's what I really like about the Kindle, you know. You can change how big and how small the writing is. And you can also highlight in the books. I don't like writing in books, in regular books. I don't like highlighting. I don't like people dog-earing the pages. I don't like any kind of writing in my regular books. But I like how you can do it in a Kindle because it doesn't really take away anything from your reading. And before any of you guys say it doesn't really affect your reading when you do a regular book, for me it does, just because of the fact that once I treat my books that way, other people are going to treat my books that way, and I don't like when people damage my books. I'm very particular about how my books are. If they're grand spanking new and I give it to you like that to borrow, you better bring it back to me grand spanking new. The same exact condition I gave it to you in, you should bring it back to me. But that's just me. I'm just really OCD about it. But I like making little notes sometimes in my Kindle books, but I won't do it in my regular books just because I don't like that. It really takes away from my reading. And then one of the things I really like about being able to highlight and note in my Kindle is that there's an option that I can click on my Kindle where I can see all the highlights I've done and all the notes that I've made. And so it kind of enhances my whole remembering what that chapter was, or what I thought at that particular time, or if it's a quote that I really like, I can have it there with me so I can tell someone it when I want to, you know? It's just something that I really like about the Kindles. And when you highlight something in a Kindle and you don't want to highlight it anymore, you can just erase it. You know, you can't do that in a regular book. It's there forever once you highlight it. And so I'd rather not highlight in a regular book, and I like the highlighting option in a Kindle. You know, there's just different things that I like about the ebooks, and there's some things that I like about a regular book. But I don't know why there's so much contradiction between reading an ebook and reading a regular book. Just because I don't treat the story any different just because it's on an ebook. If I were to read this book, Library of Souls, if I were to read this on a Kindle, it wouldn't take away my experience of the book. It would just be like if I was reading a regular book. I just happen to be sliding it, and I'm able to read it in the dark, you know? There's just that slight difference. And so I just want to know what you guys think about e-readers and ebooks and why you don't like them or why you do like using them. And so let me know down in the comments, and it's going to be interesting to see what you guys reply. If you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel to get updated whenever I make a new video. Bye guys, see you next time.